Hello, everyone. Today, Dr. Sarah Johnson will share how changing modern eating habits can address a common issue, an empty stomach, which is one of the most powerful medicines for health. We often wonder what to eat to stay healthy, focusing heavily on superfoods, vegetables, or foods good for the brain or stomach. While these are important, have you ever considered that the most critical factor is when you eat? Dr. Johnson will dive into the main content from a groundbreaking book, The Science of Eating Right, which offers a scientifically backed method based on the latest medical evidence. It's not about what you eat, but about increasing the time you don't eat, specifically creating reasonable fasting periods. Many readers who followed the method in this book have reported smoother skin, a brighter complexion, reduced dark circles under their eyes, and improved overall health. This book's popularity has made it a bestseller in the United States. In fact, Dr. Johnson notes that this method is also mentioned in other works such as Lifespan by Dr. David Sinclair from Harvard University. However, the approach in this book is much easier to apply and implement. Today's content is divided into 3 parts. Why eating 3 meals a day causes health problems for modern people. Why reasonable fasting periods can improve many health issues. A simple scientific fasting method to combat aging and prevent diseases without stressing the body. The book strongly emphasizes that the notion of needing to eat 3 meals a day is a misconception. This idea is initially hard to accept for many. You might think, how can that be eating 3 full meals a day is good for health? That's what teachers and parents taught us. Dr. Johnson understands this skepticism. From childhood, we've been conditioned to believe that 3 meals a day represent a healthy lifestyle. But if you think about it, doesn't something seem off? If 3 meals a day were always ideal, why do so many of us gain weight so easily? You might blame overeating, but even with normal portion sizes, many people still become overweight. In reality, the amount of food we consume today isn't much different from the past, yet as we age, our bodies gain weight more easily. Is it normal to have a bulging belly or excess weight at 35, 40, or 50? The answer is no. Regardless of age, you deserve a healthy, fit, and youthful body, not a protruding stomach. According to the book's author, the primary indirect cause lies in our eating habits, specifically the insistence on 3 meals a day. This habit significantly alters our bodies. A simple calculation reveals the issue. The normal amount of food per meal, when multiplied by 3, often exceeds what our body truly needs. An average adult requires about 1/800 to 200 calories daily. However, in modern society, especially when eating out in places like New York or Los Angeles, a single meal at a restaurant can contain 1,000 calories or more. Eating 3 such meals a day means consuming 1.52 times the necessary calories. When you gain weight, you might think, I'll eat less, have lighter meals, or cut portions in half. But this doesn't solve the problem for many. With today's diets, a moment of inattention can lead to consuming excess carb, sugars, and calories, which is hard to avoid in modern life. Notably, medical research consistently shows that excessive carb and sugar intake is harmful, contributing to most health issues. Why stick to the rigid idea of 3 meals a day? This mindset complicates things. Historically, the 3-meal habit is relatively recent. In the United States, it became widespread in the early 20th century to boost food consumption markets. While this habit fueled economic growth, it's not entirely beneficial for health. No scientific evidence proves that 3 meals a day are inherently good for us. In fact, since this habit became common, statistics show a rise in numerous health conditions. Researchers and doctors worldwide, including those at Johns Hopkins University, confirm that eating 3 meals a day is a key cause of modern health problems. The notion of mandatory 3 meals is no longer suitable for today's eating patterns. Many think I'll stick to 3 meals but reduce portions. This is a common approach using willpower to eat less. You might plan a light breakfast, reduce lunch, and moderate dinner, aiming for 1,800 calories daily. But if you slip up and overeat one day, you undo a week's effort, and weight gain persists. Why the core issue isn't the amount of food, but the time you don't eat. Let's examine meal timing. With 3 meals a day, the gap between meals is only about 5 to 6 hours. For example, breakfast at 7 to 9 a.m., lunch at noon, 3 to 5 hours later, and dinner at 6 to 7 p.m., another 6 hours. Add snacks, and the gaps shrink further. Have you considered the burden this places on your liver and digestive system? Eating seems simple. You put food in your mouth and swallow, but for your body, it's a complex process. Think of your body as a factory. Eating isn't just input. It triggers a chain of tasks: digestion, absorption, and processing. Imagine ordering a package online. The delivery person drops it off and leaves, but your work doesn't end. You unpack, sort, and organize. Similarly, after you eat, your liver, stomach, and intestines process the package. If you keep sending packages meals in short intervals, your liver and digestive system get no rest, working nonstop from breakfast to dinner. This creates a significant burden. Eating 3 meals a day causes more problems than we realize because it leaves no time for the body to process food and recover. A meal takes at least 6 hours to digest, 3 to 4 hours for light foods, longer for fatty or heavy meals. With 3 meals, the gaps are under 6 hours, overloading the system. It's like receiving a delivery from Amazon, struggling to unpack it, and getting another before you're done. Your home would be cluttered, and you'd be exhausted. Your body is the same, forced to process new food before finishing the last batch. The liver and intestines, key players in digestion, become overworked. This is the problem with 3 meals a day, no rest for internal organs. For example, a heavy breakfast with meat and fats takes 6 hours to digest. Before that's done, you eat a carb-heavy lunch, then dinner 6 hours later. It's like a factory forcing workers to labor without breaks. Eventually, the system breaks down. You might think, I've eaten 3 meals a day forever, and I'm fine. That's great if you're fit, but issues often emerge with age. In youth, your body copes with high immunity, but as you age, overworked organs weaken. By your 30s or 40s, your liver and intestines, after decades of relentless work, may protest, leading to nutrient malabsorption, toxin buildup, and weakened immunity. Excess food from 3 meals turns into fat, accumulating around the belly, and organs, causing diabetes, stroke, heart attack, and cancer, all linked to this normal habit. The solution: fasting periods. This is the time you don't send new packages to your body, allowing the liver and digestive system to rest and process previous meals. Recent studies from the U.S., including from the Mayo Clinic, show that reasonable fasting is the key to health and longevity. To protect against aging and maintain vitality, the simplest method is creating a 16-hour fasting window. Let's summarize Part 1 before moving to Part 2. Eating 3 meals a day causes more health issues than we think, leading to excessive carb, calorie, and sugar intake, overburdening the liver and digestive system. As we age, these organs weaken, and the core issue lies in insufficient fasting time. Part 2. Why reasonable fasting improves health. In the U.S., research on fasting and hunger has surged. Studies like those from Harvard Medical School show that calorie restriction reduces disease risk and extends lifespan. Recent findings indicate that reasonable fasting can aid weight loss, reduce body fat, and prevent diseases like diabetes, cancer, heart disease, and high blood pressure. How long should you fast? The answer is 16 hours. Yes, 16 hours. You might think, no way, I can't go 16 hours without eating. Don't worry, Part 3 will explain how to do this safely. The 16-hour fasting method in this book is practical and manageable. For now, let's explore why 16 hours of fasting improves health. When you fast for 16 hours, your body activates a remarkable ability called autophagy, a discovery that won the 2016 Nobel Prize in Medicine. Autophagy is gaining significant attention in the scientific community. During autophagy, your body switches to a different mode where internal organs operate optimally. When no external energy food is provided for 16 hours, the body generates energy internally. Our body, made of about 60 trillion cells primarily composed of proteins, sees these proteins age and degrade over time. If not removed, they accumulate and cause disease like garbage piling up in a warehouse. When autophagy kicks in, the body collects and recycles old damaged proteins, using them to create new cells. Imagine someone cleaning and recycling trash in your warehouse into new items. Autophagy does this, breaking down harmful waste and regenerating cells, rejuvenating the body. After 10 hours of fasting, fat burning begins, aiding weight loss. By 16 hours, you not only lose weight, but also rejuvenate significantly. Everyone has this ability. A 16-hour fast awakens it. As we age, we face wrinkles, gray hair, memory decline, fatigue, and reduced stamina. Who doesn't want to stay healthy and youthful? If a pill could slow aging, people would pay fortunes for it. But your body already has this ability for free through a 16-hour fasting window. This method, recognized by researchers globally, including at Stanford University, is the most advanced anti-aging approach. During the 16-hour fast, free radicals, a major aging cause, decreased blood, is purified, and circulation improves, preventing high blood pressure and heart attacks. DNA damage is minimized, enhancing the body's ability to fight cancer cells. Growth hormones increase, improving skin issues like wrinkles and dark spots, and reducing chronic fatigue. Let's summarize. Part 2. Autophagy, a Nobel Prize-winning discovery, recycles cells and eliminates harmful components. This is why a 16-hour fast not only aids weight loss, but also improves overall health and prevents diseases long-term, making it one of the most effective anti-aging methods. Part 3. How to safely and effectively fast for 16 hours. Welcome to Part 3. How to implement the 16-hour fasting method safely to activate autophagy. The condition is simple. Don't eat for 16 hours. Sounds daunting, right? Half a day without food, but it's achievable by including sleep time. If you sleep 8 hours, you only need to fast for 8 more hours. Even better, you can split those 8 hours, 4 hours before bed and 4 hours after waking. For example, stop eating at 6 p.m., sleep from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., and don't eat until 10 a.m. Or stop at 7 p.m., sleep from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., and eat at 11 a.m. Adjust based on your schedule, ensuring 16 hours total, including sleep. For beginners, fasting can feel challenging, especially if you're used to 3 meals a day. You might feel hungry upon waking. The book offers tips to ease into it. If fasting completely is tough, you can eat light foods that don't disrupt autophagy. Leafy salads, nuts, almonds, walnuts, cashews, cheese, or unsweetened yogurt. Nuts rich in unsaturated fats, fiber, and vitamins help control hunger, making the 16-hour fast easier. These fats support autophagy, enhancing health. As you adapt, gradually reduce these snacks. Initially, nuts act as a safety net to ease the transition without the stress of sudden dietary changes. Beyond the 16-hour fast, you're free to eat normally without excessive restrictions during the remaining hours. Autophagy becomes your primary anti-aging tool with other methods as support. For frequency, daily fasting is ideal for rapid rejuvenation. If daily fasting is tough due to work or family, try once a week or on weekends, you'll still benefit. A final note: this method is for those in good health. If you have health issues, consult your doctor before starting. Let's recap. Part 3. Combine sleep with fasting to achieve a 16-hour window, splitting it into 2 4-hour periods. This method prevents diseases and slows aging. If hunger is an issue, eat salads, nuts, or unsweetened dairy. Start with weekly fasting if daily is too hard. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more content.